What's up, y'all? Hey, I've got a pretty special treat for you today. Uh, I was watching Queso again on Twitch, which is the like my favorite streamer. I think probably the best streamer that's ever lived, and he's just hilarious. If you haven't checked out just a few minutes of Queso's uh, content, do yourself a favor. It's hilarious. He's clean. He's there's he's one of a kind, man. I, that's all I ever do is that when I'm in my downtime, which is a lot, is watch Queso, just binge watch every single one of his streams. He is awesome. Anyway, uh, I want to show you guys a video, and it's a short YouTube horror video, and uh, but there's a point to it, and it really struck me deeply when I saw it for the first time because it relates very very closely to how God comes into a lot of our lives, or the choice we're given to let Him come into our lives. Anyway, I'm gonna play it without interrupting it, and then I'm gonna come back and I might play through it again and provide commentary and whatnot. So, anyway, all right. Without further ado, here it is. Take my face off the screen too.
What does God look like? I'm going to show you a painting, or rather, a photograph of a painting. Just take a moment and stare at it. What do you see? If the answer is nothing, if it just looks black to you, don't worry, that's what I see too. But that's not what everyone sees. The painting I've chosen for this project is titled Portrait of God. While most viewers see nothing, some insist they see a person in the darkness, one that they can describe and draw out with consistent details.
It's a man, or close to a man.
Wrinkled, skinny.
Really skinny.
He looks skinny. He's smiling.
He's grinning. He smiles down at us.
Almost looks like the corners of his mouth got smudged.
Like he's wearing a mask.
It's too wide. His eyes,
Looking down with eyes. His eyes are big.
They're big.
they've got this glint in them.
This speckle of light in them. Honestly, it's unsettling. Of course it's frightening. That kind of power should be.
I don't like looking at it. I don't like it.
It's beautiful.
Maybe it's just a trick of the light. Maybe they're seeing something they want to see. But how are their descriptions so consistent? Maybe they really are having a religious experience. And why does God appear to them and not us? What does God look like? I'm going to show you a painting, or rather, a photograph of a painting. Just take a moment and stare at it. What do you see?
How about that? And I'm gonna I'm gonna roll the credits too. And actually, I'll go ahead and do that. But man, there are so many deeply profound metaphors and uh, just that I relate so much to that. I- because when I was little, I believed in the Bible. I believed in Jesus. I got baptized several times, and did the whole go to church, be a good person. Well, I didn't even try to be a good person. I'm not even gonna lie, but but it was like um it was like it's just I I didn't know God. I didn't know God. I knew religion. And there was even a time where I started running a ministry with some people online, uh and about the end times and everything, and I still didn't know God, and I was just doing what I thought God wanted me to do. And that this is an interesting video too, but I disagree. I disagree with that statement, and I'll show you why. Uh so it's hard to know where to start with this, man. But I promise you, it's so deep, it's so profound. Uh, when God finally got a hold of me, it was the single most terrifying experience I've ever faced to date. And it even says that it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of a living God. And but I want you to notice the pattern that she was looking for God, and then she saw him, and what she saw she did not like, and it scared the hell out of her. And I think that's how most of us are. At least I am. I can't speak for anybody else, but that's what my experience was. Is when I saw him, it terrified me. I mean, words beyond terrifying. It's just you can't witness that kind of power and that kind of infinite nature within this contained human finite body. It's not meant to be observed by us. And but what happened was she tried to run, and she got into a place where it was completely dark. It was a void. There was nothing around her, nowhere to run. The only thing she could do is grab her cross and start praying. And that entity walked up to her and gently caroused her face, brought her gaze back to him, and then showed her the light. And then she wasn't scared anymore. She was enamored in bliss. And that is exactly because Solomon said, fear is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. But that leads us to perfect love casts out all fear. So what you just saw was a story of that full circle. That video right there showed you the full circle of coming to God and him casting the fear out of you. Because a lot of people spend their entire lives running from God because they're afraid of him. And just like Adam and Eve, when they sinned in the garden, they ran and they hid because they were afraid. And God is scary. He's scary to the flesh. I mean, there is nothing scarier. Every time an angel or a divine benevolent being has appeared to people, it's terrified him to the point of falling over dead. And they always say, never be afraid. Don't be afraid. I'm here to help you. you are highly favored in the Lord's sight. And it's the people that will stop and be still and know that he is God. Because people have a choice. They can either run and keep running and never come to the Lord because of their fear, or they can stop and let him do what he does. And she stopped. And so did I, because there was nowhere to run. Same situation. But he came to us in a very scary way. But in him was the light. And he is the light. And he does that on purpose. When you come to know the character of God, you find out he does things in a way for a reason. And it's telling a good story. You can't have a good story where it's just happy all the time, you know? No conflict. It's just, that's not a story. That's just time. But when you have a conflict and when things get bad, then there's the opportunity for a resolution and a healing and a redemption. So this really struck me. I mean, this was really good. And I want to shout out to Dylan Clark. I'm not sure if he created this. I'm going to look at the descriptions real quick. Just to see if somebody else. Oh, yeah. Composer Ryan Shreves. So he's the one that made it, I guess. So there's his info. I'll also copy this into the description of this video. The voice actors. There's a lot of these videos on. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't sharing the screen. Hang on. Okay, so this is Dylan Clark. This is the channel that this film is hosted on, and let's see. Ryan Shreves was the one who made this, I believe, and he may have a team behind him as well. But there's the links to his contact info, and I'll post this whole thing to the description as well as the link to this channel. But I've been wanting to show people that video for a while because it was it really struck me deeply, and it just because that's what he does, man. He comes to you, and people can choose to run from him their entire lives and never come to him because they were afraid. And the fear is just a face. It's not the reality. Because beyond the face is love. And of course, once you let him show you that, then there is no more fear. He casts it all out. So, I hope I explained all I wanted to with this. I'm always afraid of ending videos before I get to, because before I make them, I'm thinking of all these different points and bullet points in my head, and like, man, I hope I remember that. Man, I hope I remember that, because I don't write notes most of the time, and I probably should, but you know, I'm a more off the cuff, shoot from the hip guy, so you know me. But yeah, guys, there's that was just a deeply profound metaphor for me. The fact that we're all given a choice in this life to trust God enough to be still and let Him show Himself to us, because it is out of our control. It is absolutely out of our control. Uh, when God manifests Himself into your life, it's not your way. It's His way. It's going to go His way. Just like that girl. She she was not expecting that. She did not want that to happen at first, and she ran. She was terrified. Uh, she tried to escape until there was nowhere to run, and she was surrounded by darkness. But the light came to her and showed her that everything is good. I am who I am. This is, but it's just a, it's just a metaphor. It's not. God doesn't really look like that. It's just, in my experience. Yeah, I can attest to that. That is a, and this is not a Christian uh producer either, as far as I'm aware, and it's not a Christian video. It's just these little short YouTube horror shorts that are, they're probably thousands of them on YouTube, and this is one of the first ones. Actually, it was the streamer Queso that brought it up on his stream, and that's another thing, is like, I wasn't looking for God in that. I was just trying to pass the time and control my stress levels and and anxieties. And here comes this video that he plays on stream, and it's like, man, God, you really are everywhere. Like, there's nowhere I can turn. There's nowhere to run. And we're surrounded by darkness. All of us, we're surrounded by darkness, but He is the light, and He is with us. No matter how much we kick and scream trying to get away sometimes. But guys, I hope I included everything I wanted to. I'm gonna be making another video soon about Pastor Philip Barnett, and just kind of going over some of the prophecies that the reasons why I have gotten behind it. So anyway, guys, hope you have a marvelous day, and keep your eyes on the sky, because that trumpet is blasting soon. Love you all. Peace.